All right, all my Aquarians, this is your portal reading for the Lion's Gate. And we're going to start off by pulling a card here from the Power of Surrender cards, which is so perfect because this is all about what are you ready to surrender, or what are you getting ready to surrender, or what the Creator wants you to know about surrendering, what you're going to be or ready to. So let's start off by pulling a card here. And then we'll pull some other cards to find out how this energy ripples out into your future as well. All right, Creator, what do you want our Aquarians to know about surrender? What are they ready to surrender or going to, or what do you want them to know about it all? Surrender to rest and sleep. Time for a nappy poo. And then it says here, to prevent burnout, slow down, honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. Amen. I am an Aquarian sun, and I can totally understand that we need to balance this and understand this for sure, because especially with all the energy we've been having, the last full moon was in Aquarius, we're about to have another full moon in Aquarius, and so we've got a lot of energy in this dawning of the age of Aquarius, so we get very pulled into our tasks, but our it's like what nights go on, our quests. We have quests and we're like, oh my God, and we just get so much energy that we tend to put our health and our sleep and our rest to the side. But it's important for us to take that time to ourselves, honor our bodies and our physical bodies and our mental bodies and our emotional bodies as well, even though I know being an Aquarian, a lot of people think I don't have emotions because we are water bearers. We're able to put our emotions in containers and not reflect them so outwardly, even though we're definitely feeling them on the inside. People just don't see them on the outside as much, depending on the rest of your birth chart as well. But that's generally what people see, right? You can relate. So we're going to ask the Creator what else they want us to know about this surrender to rest and sleep. And I'm going to pull some cards here from this Naked Heart Tarot just to see what else the Creator wants us to know. Okay. So that one wanted to come out there, so we'll let that one speak its truths, and those two any others. Okay. So several messages here. We'll start with these because they're out here. Yeah. And you've got the Naked Heart, which is the last one actually in the Major Arcana for this deck. And it definitely, it's, all about expressing our heart, getting in tune with our heart, not being afraid to express it, allowing ourselves to connect. Here's the moon, of course, and the butterfly transformation, all these beautiful flowers and blossoming, and you have this wonderful. I'm going to read from the book on this one because this is such a unique card that came up for you Aquarians, that because, of course, you are very unique. I want to make sure we get this clear message for you, and I'm guided to do that. So, this is the Tended Heart Warrior. It's about connection, purpose, and your higher self. So the Naked Heart message says, I radiate at a pure vibrational level, calling in all that I need at this time to stay in alignment with my path. The universe is highlighting my gifts and asking me to trust myself and my intuition. As I listen to what my heart needs, my natural essence comes forth to be nurtured, and I innately connect with my calling and purpose. Comparing myself to others does not serve me and will only knock me out of my flow. I was given the exact proportion of amazing. Otherwise, I would not exist. My path may not always feel easy, but it will feel right. When I shine bright, I am the spark to someone else's light, and I inspire others. Crystal recommendation for this is Aqua Aura Quartz. And this actually wasn't a butterfly. It's actually a Luna moth. It whispers to you, you are brave and beautiful. Fly out of the darkness and into your light. So I'm going to put that up here because this is like a special message for you Aquarians. And this is the energy that's coming in. Just a powerful, powerful message to you about, that you are gifted. You are here for a purpose. You have a path, and just keep shining bright. And you are brave. You are brave. Because you have this Five of Swords that, comes up here. And the Five of Swords, represents that there's these, swords are all about the thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, attitudes. And we've got the Four of Swords is generally about resting the mind, sleeping, and this kind of thing here. And the Five is all about our challenges, all about those things that are on our minds that are blocking us, and that keep us from, moving forward and moving the flow. Because usually if you have, two swords like here, if you put one in the middle, that's what's blocking the path, right? So it's this thought and this belief about ourselves that is keeping us from moving forward and keeping us from flowing. And let's see what else we have here. Yeah, because here's the Five of Pentacles. So again, blockage and blockage. So the thoughts, and this gives us clarity on it, because this is the belief that we are a cracked diamond or a broken pearl necklace. It's about lack, and our feelings about worth of abundance. And so this blockage that we have, these thoughts and mentalities, of course, are going back to our worth, about, are we worthy enough to do these things? Are you worthy enough to, move forward with this? And you feel like you have to constantly working to make it happen instead of resting as well, right? That it's kind of like this trusting the universe, that whatever belongs to you will never pass you by. You're afraid, if I'm not constantly paid attention, I'm not constantly doing everything I'm, supposed to do in my mind, all these thoughts in my head of everything, that if I don't do that, I might miss my chance. And it's like, you know what, you have a calling, and the calling's not going to bypass you. It's not going to go to voicemail and never call you back. If it doesn't get you on your cell phone, it's going to call you on someone else's cell phone near you and send you a letter and send you an email and a text, and it's going to try to communicate and bring all the messages to you. It's going to get to you one way. And that I love that when it talked about you've been dealt a certain amount of amazing. So this worth is really coming to play in here. Surrender to rest and sleep. It's like surrendering to resting in the knowledge of who you are, that you don't have to try to be something more, because you're everything right now. What the universe is wanting you to be, and what Spirit is saying, is for you to be you. Rest in the knowledge of you. Rest in who you are. Be you right now. And that's enough. It's about shedding your light and putting yourself out there. It's not about being anything else besides than what you are. Yep, here's the Two of Wands. So the Wands, this is about making plans going forward. Write it down, get it done in writing, get your intentions out there of, this is what I want to do, and these are the steps that I want to do to get there. And then focus on the very next step that you want to do. Don't worry about going all the way to the end there. This is about A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and then focus on A to B, not A to Z, go A to B. And so this is about putting that magic, wands is the drive, the ambition, the spark, putting that into action. And then you have the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups is about, it's like kind of nostalgia. It's like looking back and understanding. So when you're looking into this worth types of situations, this unicorn is there to help you go back and look at what memories were put into those cups of the past, and you're going to be able to see them from a different perspective when you realize and connect to this naked heart of who you really are. When it talks about connecting to this higher being that you really are, you're going to be able to look back and see that these actions that people had, that you interpreted into your brain as, this is about me, they think I'm worthless, they think I'm not enough, they think I'm not good enough, I failed, all these things that we put into those cups, we realize that those were of fear. And when we see things and go back from this higher perspective, then that totally transforms our beliefs about it, and then we're able to pour out those thoughts and beliefs and replace them with new, truer, more aligned with who we are beliefs. So I love that. We're also going to pull cards here from the Power deck, and these are the cards of wisdom. And this is just going to be what the Creator wants you to know about this energy that's coming in, how it's rippling across your life, into your future, and evidently into your past as well. So let's just give this a little shuffle here. This is a powerful message, though. You have been dealt a certain amount of amazing. It's believing that in your heart because it is true. Creator, what do you want our Aquarians to know about how this energy is rippling across their lives in all directions? Okay. Here's that beautiful picture there. See, walking through the obstacles there. Here's those obstacles we were looking at. And this is truth, number 11. And I'll let you see that, and then I'll read it. So it says, are you living your truth? Your being is like a spirit lodge. Within this sacred place is your realization and the divine light of your creation. Live in your spirit lodge, surrounded by peace and joy. Outside your lodge is the great wilderness where the rest of the world lives. The wilderness can become a battleground stained with blood of ignorance and earthly pain. To have lasting power in the world, you must earn the trust of those around you. Most live without a sacred place within, without a spirit lodge, and they do not know how to enter the spirit lodges of others. Live within your sacred truth. And I love that, because that really, this is your spirit lodge, right? Our hearts are our spirit lodge. It's where we move into to really discover who we really are. And so I love this is about returning to your spirit lodge, returning to your inwardness, the surrender to rest and sleep. It's a time for you to, it's not retreat, but it's to have a retreat inside, to have this sacred space. I always love the image of some of the later Superman movies where he has his fortress of solitude up in the Arctic or somewhere away from everyone, where it's a place where he goes to experience the solitude, to connect with himself and to connect to his ancestors through all those crystals, right? But that's what we do. We have the ability when we move into our spirit lodge to contact and connect with spirit as well, to the Creator, to the Holy Spirit, whatever your faith is, your angels and guardian angels and spirit guides, your ancestors and your loved ones who've gone to the other side, and unicorns and fairies and spirit guides, animal guides, whatever it might be, whatever your beliefs are, you have that ability to return to the spirit lodge within. It's a holy place for you. It's a sacred space, like it said, for you to connect to your higher self and to all those beings of unconditional love and light on the other side. We're going to pull some additional cards here. See what else the Creator would like you to know about this. Movement into your spirit lodge. Creator, what else would you like our Aquarians to know? What else? Nope. Okay, any others? Any others? Last pass. Okay. Yep, so Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is like, I think it's the Archangel Gabriel, has the sword, and the Ace of Swords is about new thoughts, new beliefs, but it's also the sword that cuts off old beliefs, old ways of thinking. So when we're talking about this Five of Swords, this block that's in there, this is the power and the ability for you to cut away those things that no longer serve you, those beliefs that are blocking you for this belief and understanding of who you really are. Yep, then you have the Lovers. And this is, some people read the Lovers card as, romantic relationship and stuff coming in. But for me, there's a twofold message in it. The first one is, and this relates to this Ace of Swords and new thinking, is the major arcana, the first row, is about our evolution of our ego and our human side. And the Lovers comes like after our emperor, who is society, giving us these rules and regulations to follow, and the Hierophant, which is about rules and regulations on our spirituality. And then comes the Lovers, which represents the first time we as teenagers really get that drive to go against the rules and regulations, where we take the chances, when we fall in love, when that feeling rises within us of sometimes it's puppy love and true, like we think is true love, or where we're just attracted to someone, it suddenly rises up in it, where we're willing to go against these expectations and these old ways of thinking, right? So I love this Ace of Swords because it has that passion that comes in for life, for what we want to live. And when we discover that, then we'll do anything for that. And we will say, you know what? I don't fear breaking what all those people think I should do, because I know it's what I want to do. The other thing with this is the Lovers is the two sides. A lot of times they'll have like a higher being up above, and then man and woman, on either side. But it's the two sides of us meeting each other, the human side and our spiritual side. And so that's a great message of being able to see things from that higher perspective and having that connection. If they're not fighting each other, they join with each other. It's not our spiritual ego trying to defeat that human ego. It's this beautiful, unconditionally loving being of love and light, embracing and giving love to this human character that's searching for unconditional love in a conditionally loving world, right? Yep. And then you have Ace of Cups, which is new love, which is the new love that you get from up above. Because you find the love that really exists within you. And I call that the Holy Grail or the Chalice. And it's what Aquarians actually, it's the vessel, we're water bearers, and it's the vessel we bring to the world. And we start with giving it to ourselves. And what's in that cup is the living waters that does quench our thirst, that does fulfill us, because that's the unconditional love of the Creator of all things, the Mother and Father of all things. That's what we're hungry for. That's what we're searching for. So new thoughts, new emotions come in, and connecting to our real love, our higher selves. So definitely all this happens within the Spirit Lodge. So we're also going to pull a card here for the energy oracle cards. And see what else the Creator wants you to know about this beautiful energy that's coming through here. But I love that. Surrender to rest. Not trying to become something you aren't. It's just remembering who you really are and being this beautiful being of unconditional love. It's about unconditioning our minds, right? Right, Creator, what else do you want Aquarians to know about this beautiful energy that's coming through the Lion's Gate for them? Okay. Yep, you've got action, number 17. Yep, and this is very much, reminds me of the Chariot card. You know, they usually have a black and white horse or black and white sphinx or something that's carrying it there. You know, this is about surrender to rest and sleep and then action. So let's see what the book says on here first. But I really feel this is putting love into action. You know, this is all green, which is the color of the heart chakra. And so it's really about putting that love into action. Being you is an action. You know, it doesn't need to be external activity and, you know, movement to these expectations you think you're supposed to obtain, right? Action of being yourself is an action in itself, is what I really feel. And let's see what the book says here. Yeah, energizing effort, willingness to work. So this card tells you now is the time for movement forward. The galloping horses represent intentional and concerted action directed to your goals. So this card upright indicates that you're on the right track, but your determined efforts must increase. The white horse is inner action of spirit and thought, and the black is the outer work that still needs to be done. So continue taking action and trust your intuition. In time, you'll break through and see the results you've been working hard to create. And the affirmation for this card is, I am responsible for my own life. I take action towards my goals and my own happiness every day. So yeah, and that is, you know, definitely surrendering to your own rest and sleep as well. You know, this does turn us inward to ourselves, you know, and it's definitely a message of focusing on your goals and your actions, not the goals and actions like this Five of Swords, you know, these expectations of what you think you're supposed to be doing. Really, when you get into this Spirit Lodge here, you understand what it is truly that you want, right? Because this was truth card. And so this is understanding your truth, not like your capital T truth on what you want to express to the world and how you want to do it. It's not small t truth, which is the outside world telling you who you should be, what you should do, and how you should do it. We're also going to pull some additional cards here from the same deck. Let's see what else the Creator wants you to know. All right, what else for Aquarius? What would you like them to know? Oh, this one too, and that one. Wow, okay. Yeah, so Innocence of Cups. So like this is Ace of Cups. This is that new beginning, you know, new emotions, the unconditional love. And this is returning to the feeling of the young at heart. You know, cups are emotions. It's a baby little whale. And so this represents like that childlike feeling that you had before you get oppressed and suppressed by, you know, all the supposed to's and the shoulds, by, you know, bad girl, bad boy, good girl, good boy, you know, praise and punishment on, like I mentioned, the emperor, moving in and suppressing how you should act both in physical world and spiritual world. And this is about this freedom that comes before all that, where, you just have this adventure, you feel whole and complete and excited about what's going on in the world. And it's also messages of love that come into, because a page, this Innocence of Cups is like Page of Cups. A page is someone who brings messages. So you have messages of love coming in as well, which makes total sense here. And with this, especially about being action, is once you fill up with this cup, here's the Ace of Cups here again. Once you fill up with that, it overflows out to the world, but you fill yourself up first. Yeah, because then you got the Spirit of Cups, which is the King of Cups, which also is unconditional love. So you've got the Ace, the Page, and the Spirit, which all three of these are indicators for me of unconditional love. And so, this is like Christ consciousness, Christ love, unconditional love. So you've got all three here. So not surprised. And then you got Movement of Wands. So this is like the Knight of Wands. Beautiful energy coming in because of all this love energy filling and flowing. So you definitely have a lot of extra energy because of, coming to this spirit lodge, coming to this place of rest, all that energy that you were investing, trying to maintain all these other people's opinions and expectations and all that external stuff. When you stop investing all the energy in that stuff, it floods into you, and you just are, literally, see, he's glowing, just all that energy. So you're going to have this renewed passion and energy for life, because wands are like your spirit, your spark, your drive, and so all of this just reignites you, because evidently you're to this place of exhaustion, and it's good to this spirit lodge experience that you have in moving in the inward place is evidently very, very good for you. Yeah, because then you have the Ace of Pentacles as well, which is new opportunities, new things coming in the outside world. So they're, bringing in beautiful, beautiful opportunities for you, new opportunities that you didn't have before. And it makes sense, because when you are, when you go into this experience that you have in the Spirit Lodge, you understand what it is truly you want. And so with the plans that you were making with this Two of Wands, because of the change of energy and the change of direction, and you bring new opportunities and new things into your life that are more in alignment to who you are and what you're really wanting to do, not all those supposed to's from the outside world. All right, and then lastly, we're going to pull last couple cards for the Spirit Lodge card here, for that Truth card. Let's see what the final message the Creator wants you to know about how this energy is flowing out into your life path. I am loving this. All right, Creator, what else do you want our Aquarians to know about this Spirit Lodge? Okay. Yep, Four of Cups. So, these are the things of the world that we're not, fulfilling you. And here's the, Spirit and the Creator giving you new options, handing you that Ace of Cups. Here's that Ace of Cups coming, going, here, maybe this will, quench your thirst and give you that renewed purpose and guidance into what you want. So the old things are not fulfilling. And this is what's coming to fulfill you. Yeah, because here's the Nine of Pentacles, which is about you being fulfilled within yourself. You're in your own garden. You have your feathered friends from the other side here, but it's about fulfillment, that you have everything that you need, and you're feeling whole and complete and successful. So that definitely is what happens when you drink of this Ace of Cups, because you realize you don't have anything you need. I mean, you realize you have everything you need, that there's nothing that you don't need. You know, the Seven of Cups, this, for me, for this reading for you, is you just see all these possibilities and, but all these expectations, you know, all these emotional things. It's like, well, you need to be with someone, you need to have this, you need to have that, you need, you know, it's like all these emotions that we're taught that we're supposed to have. It's our experiences. It's what we come here to experience. So it's a message of that all the stuff that, all the uncomfortable emotions like sadness and betrayal and resentment and anger, all those things we came here to experience, and they're not bad. But when we're ready for this transformation into a new phase of our lives, that we can let those go, and that we can understand, you know, because it's in the clouds. It's like you have all these ideas of how things are supposed to be, but we're like, nope. We get very much a clarity in this spirit lodge about what is truly fulfilling and what is truly not. Yeah, because here you have the King of Pentacles, which is the master of all the pentacles, means abundance, severe abundance, in all areas of your life. You just feel complete and whole, in need of nothing. And it's that understanding of what abundance really is. And that's where the power of the King of Pentacles comes from, is because he knows he has everything he needs right inside him. And the focus on gratitude for what is in their lives is what just expanded things over and over and over again. He's the master at the end of the Pentacles. So he learned all about abundance and success, and, you know, and so it definitely is a fruitful endeavor for us, especially suddenly when we realize, you know, like this Ace of Cups that we have inside us, and we realize we have everything we need inside of us. Instead of feeling like this lack of all these things in the outside world that we're not having, we realize that anything in the outside world becomes extra because we have everything we need inside us. So we go from this, you know, sometimes an extreme feeling of lack to an extreme feeling of abundance, because we're like, you know what, when you detach from all those things that you need to have in order to be happy, and find that we have this Ace of Cups that lives within us, it just transforms everything. I love it. And this is just part one. You know, part two is going to be coming up in the beginning of September. I'm going to be putting out like autumn equinox readings, and where this is like what you're ready to surrender. The fall ones are what are falling away from you, making room for the new. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do that so you don't miss out on those, and just hit the little alarm button and you'll get notified when those come out. And if you're enjoying readings like this, give me a big thumbs up. That lets me know what kind of readings people enjoy and are wanting in their lives, or comment below if there's something else that you're wanting to have, you know, some readings on. So, but I love this, and just know as you go throughout this energy and unfolding and ripples of all this, that every second of every day you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things, and I love you too. Enjoy this amazing, amazing energy, the amazing you who's been dealt so much amazingness. And we will talk to you soon. You take care.